This your boy Scott on. Welcome to Flattout Entertainment. Hey, a lot of people's been messaging me and telling me that Michael did do a video in response. So, the interest of fairness, man, I definitely want to check it out. This will be the first time I see it, so I'm sure a lot of you guys have already seen it. But I'm gonna do a breakdown on this video and just give my opinion. Just in the interest of fairness, man, because we all know there's always two sides to every story. You can never just fully run off of just one side and just be done with it. So, in the interest of fairness, and a lot of my loyal subscribers, y'all know that I believe in, facts and proof. So, with that in mind, we're going to keep that going with that. So, yeah, I'm jumping to it. I'm going to break this down, and I'm going to give my honest opinion. So, now that I heard Tina's side, now it's time for me to hear Pickle Boy's side. So, let's jump right into this, man.
What's going on, you guys? Kid Behind the Camera here. And today I wanted to make a very different kind of video for you guys. Something that I really did not want to have to make. I was hoping that we could work this out like adults, but apparently we could not do that. And I owe it to you guys to explain what happened and my side of the situation and what's going on. So a lot of people have been sending me videos on Twitter and asking me what's going on with T. I don't want to say her name. You guys know who I'm talking about. It's Grandpa's former neighbor. She is going on podcasts and videos and just totally smashing us and making up stuff that is not true, you guys. I would hope that a lot of you guys that are our real fans would know some of the stuff that she's saying is just totally...
Okay, so basically what you're saying right now, and granted we just started, so you're saying everything she's saying is completely fabricated. No truth behind anything she's saying whatsoever. We're going to find out.
Fabricated. And I can't believe I have to make a video like defending it to begin with. Some of that stuff is just completely ridiculous. But I have to because you guys are asking. So that's what this is going to be. Today I wanted to tell you guys what's going on with T. And I don't know where to begin because I'll be honest with you guys straight up, I don't know what's wrong. I don't know what happened. Up until a week ago...
Wait a minute, so you have no clue on what's going on. She just out the sky blue just started having an attitude and coming at y'all sideways, and you have absolutely no idea why she's coming at you guys like this? Let's continue.
All of us were still friends. Everybody was talking. I was planning on having her in more videos. I don't know what happened. It's a very weird situation to find yourself in. So one day we're talking. The next day a podcast leaks out. Now what happened is she was secretly recorded talking about us, which means that she was talking behind our backs. And I know why that happened. I will tell you guys about that in a little bit. But she was talking about us and saying some of the most outlandish stuff that you could imagine, that my brother raped his own daughter and that's why he can't see her, which is total bullshit, okay? That he is a...
Now, I have heard, especially Tina, saying something about that he had raped his daughter, but in the side of interest, Tina has not shown any proof stating that this is true. So, I got to be able to go off of what he's saying right now because of lack of evidence.
A pedophile, that she was going to print up flyers and hand them out at Walmart with his picture on it saying that he's a pedophile. So one of the things that she said the most on these podcasts were the fact that we would rip her off and treat her like a dog and not pay her to be in any of the videos, which if that were true, T, why would you even be in them in the first place?
That's a good point. I know if I'm doing videos and I'm making your videos popular and I'm not getting paid for it, I'm not going to continue to do any more videos. But this is why I found Michael to be true. Because I'm sure, as you all have known, that we all seen Michael do things for Tina and her son. So for her to say that she didn't receive anything, that's completely not true. But then again, Tina never really said that neither, because she did admit to the fact that Michael did buy her son shoes and Christmas gifts and got her teeth fixed and stuff like that. So I don't know what else Michael have done beyond that, but hopefully he will explain it in this video. So let's continue.
Okay, that is several years of what you're calling straight up disrespect, treating you like a dog. So after several years, why would you even agree to come to our house in the first place and be in the videos and do anything with us if we weren't giving you anything for it and treating you bad for it? Because it's not true. Every Christmas we bought her presents for and gave her money. In January we gave her the money for a new...
Okay, let's stop this right here. We thank you for the heat today because I'm freezing my ass off. I was just chilling I was just calling to let you know something and to see if you get this paper done for me that I need. But I'll talk to you later. Bye. Tina D. Okay, so apparently according to this text message, and it doesn't look Photoshop. It has a time date on it. It seems to be authentic. That apparently Michael and them had bought a new heater or a heater. Can't say if it was new or old or used, but bought her a heater. So that's another form of payment right there. You know, which I don't know. Depending on what kind he had gotten her, those things don't usually come cheap, unless it's one of those rinky-dink ones from Walmart. So, I mean, but either way, though, regardless if he got an expensive one or nice, still spent money. So, okay, let's continue.
Heater, or I'm not sure what it was. It was either a heater or a water heater, but she needed $2,000 like that, and we gave it to her.
Okay, so she needed $2,000 for it. So, okay, I know dental services, you know, as far as getting new teeth, that's not cheap. So that's, you know, a good lump sum right there. Sending her another $2,000 for this heater, that's another lump sum. So, okay, I can feel that right now. Let's continue.
Last year, she said she was getting thrown out of her trailer and she needed money. We took out $3,000 like that.
Okay, so she was getting kicked out of her trailer and Michael and them coughed up another $3,000. So, I mean, just based off of this information, just right here, we talking, you know what I'm saying, over $5,000 so far. So I'm sure her videos, well, the videos she partook in were probably worth a hell of a lot more than $5,000. But you know, in the interest of fairness, we're gonna continue, and I'm gonna see what else he have to say.
That afternoon, and we gave it to her. There's been more instances than I can even remember.
Just wanted to say, oh guys, Angel here playing the game. Shit, so I had to close my door. Just wanted to say thank you for the money. That was too much, but I thank you. I never asked for $5,000. You are guys crazy. Wow, but thank you. And Albert has Christmas. Now, thanks to you and everything I need, I am there for you always. Have Tina D. He replied, no problem at all. Hope this helps with things. Then she goes on to say, I got more gifts for you guys if I can stop by. And by the way, Savage, I told her you and AGP was getting married, so she gonna look stupid, Tina D. Wait a minute, okay, who did she tell that Pickle Boy and Bridget was gonna get married? Who did she tell that to? That's what I would like to know. Now, this text is saying that Michael knows sent her $5,000, so I'm wondering if this is an additional $5,000 for something. You know, Michael did say that he had sent her, what, $2 or $3,000, you know, because she was getting evicted out of a trailer. So on top of, you know what I'm saying, let's say $3,000 if I'm not mistaken. So he added an additional $2,000 to that. So now we're looking at about $12,000 right there. So right now I'm figuring that that's pretty fair, you know what I'm saying, with, you know, the amount of videos she's done, the views that, you know, received the monies that came from the video that she partaked in. So right now I say this is about fair right now. We're gonna continue.
Where we compensated Tina and just gave it to her because,
yo, thank you for the new PlayStation for Albert. He played it all night, won't shut the fuck up. So I think I'm going to take it in. But thank you very much, Tina D. Okay, so we know, okay, she said PlayStation, so she didn't say PlayStation 4, PlayStation 3. But I'm assuming, you know, I'm going to assume it was the PS4, which goes over $300. Oh, okay. He said right here in his response, no problem at all. I know how it is not to have a PS4. It sucks. Okay, so it was a PS4, so that's an additional 300. And excuse me. And if she said that he was sitting here playing it, that means he also bought video games for it as well. How many we don't know, but those games cost about $60 a pop. So that's an additional fee towards the amount that he was already giving her. Then she responds by saying, yeah, well, he's going to come over and clean up the dog poop because those things ain't cheap, so he can work for it because without you, he wouldn't even have it, Tina D. Okay, fair enough, So she's even acknowledging the fact that he's doing these things. So she can't go back and dispute it later on saying that he never did these things when clearly she have it here in the text messages that he saved or screenshot that he was doing it. So, all right, let's continue.
Because she's our friend. That's what you do to friends. If they need help, you give them help.
Okay. I might need more for an attorney. I need to divorce my husband because, okay, now I know she said in one of her videos that her husband was pretty much beating the shit out of her. And that's the reason why she had this, like, nervous tick somewhat, where she always licking her mouth and stuff like that. So, I'm legally still married and I need a good one to get me away from and free because it's too long and he gets out soon. Good behavior, but I kill him. Bridget, you know me since you were a little Tina D. Okay, so now she needs money for an attorney for a domestic abuse case, which again doesn't come cheap. So he says, all right, what do we need to do? And she said, I just need some extra money and we would be cool and I'll bring the ham, like I said, and thank you for visiting us, Tina D. He responded by saying, all right, come over around 4 and we'll have it for you. So it was never said right here how much that he gave her for this attorney, but it does sit here and say that he acknowledged the fact that she needed money for this attorney and that he was willing to give her the money. So all she had to do was just come over at a certain time period, which was around 4 o'clock, and they would discuss the amount, I take it, and he would have the amount for her to get this attorney. So that's an additional amount of money. Well, let's say that's probably about another additional $3,000, on the low end. Let's just say that for the low end. So we already talking close to $15,000 right there. So let's continue.
Any of my friends know. You can ask any of them. If there's somebody that needs, I'll give it to them. There's a lot of instances, you guys, and I don't talk about it because that's not what you do when you're trying to help people out. You don't brag about it.
That's true.
You don't talk about, oh, yeah, look what I did for my friends. Oh, look what I did for, this GoFundMe. You don't do that.
I have to agree with Mike on that because I'm the same way. I don't like to brag about things that I do for people. And it even says in the Bible that the best blessing is when you give in secret. So it's a lot of things that I do that you guys don't even know about that as far as me giving back. And I would never bring it up to you guys for y'all to try to glorify me for doing it because it was just the right things to do. So I definitely get what he said on that. So let's continue.
That kind of thing because then you're doing it for attention. But anytime she needed money, I was there for her. Anytime she asked, I gave it to her. She would ask to be in videos so she could make...
All right. Look, I know you helping with Albert Christmas and I thank you, but can I be in a video soon? Savage with her fake tits think we don't talk. She called me a drug dealer. I never sold weed in my life. Just pills to AGP because he wasn't paying. I even took a finger up my ass, but I'm just asking. Whoa. You took a finger up your ass. I don't know why that's the only thing that stuck out of me. I'm sorry, man. That's the only thing that stuck out. All right, but she's admitting here that she did sell pills to Angry Grandpa, which Angry Grandpa and Pickle Boy said that he both had a real drug problem, when it came to pills. So that sounds like it could be very legit. Also, the fact that she even saying this is evidence against her in the court of law because she's admitting of selling pills to someone when she wasn't supposed to do that at all. That's illegal. You can definitely get fined and go to jail for that. Asking if I can be in a video to shut her mouth or I'm going to fucking break it. That's real. I am done fucking around. Tina D. Okay, so I take it she's asking to be in the video because she wants to be able to make some money off of her efforts towards that video, so she can do whatever. It doesn't really say why she wanted to do it besides shutting somebody's mouth up, which I don't find that to be legit at all. I mean, who wants to do a video just to shut somebody up? You know what I'm saying? Especially if they trolling you or whatever. He responds by saying, yeah, sure, want to be in today's vlog. Okay, again, hey, okay, cool. I could put you in today's video if you want to. And, you know, based on the revenue that comes from the video, you know what I'm saying, I could break you off a little something for that. Yeah, I can swing by. That's cool. Tell Bella she can hump my leg, pick up dog shit whenever you want, Tina D. So that's pretty funny right there. And of course, down at the bottom, he say, laughing my fucking ass off. Oh my God, no, don't. So, okay, that was pretty funny. So again, let's continue.
Money, and I would agree, and I would think of something for her, and for us to do all that for her, and for her to flip it and say, "Oh, they gave us nothing. They gave me nothing at all." I'm sorry that it wasn't enough. I mean, I don't know what else to tell you. I thought that we treated you very fairly. I thought that, you know, according to you, last December you wouldn't have made it through Christmas without us.
I thank you very much for being there for us, and us being there for you. It's going to be a great Christmas because y'all, and hopefully a better New Year. I quit my job next door, not going to let anybody walk all over me no more. None of them savage next door neighbors is not using me. They're sure she can find her own way through life like I always have, and I hope you guys have a great Christmas, and always we'll see each other at the beginning of the new year, and let it go out with a bang, Tina. Okay, so here again, more proof that, you know, because of Pickle Boy, Angry Grandpa, and Bridget, that they had a great Christmas. This was dated December 24th on a Saturday, 3:44 p.m. What year, it doesn't say. I really don't care about the year, but it's just more evidence showing that they took care of her and made sure she had a good Christmas, her and her family. So let's continue.
And that we were your best friends, and you thanked us again in January for the heater and how we kept you from freezing your ass off. And
we thank you for the heater today because I'm freezing my ass off, and I was just, yeah, we read this.
You told us that your dad was finally starting to appreciate you, and he was going to leave the house to you because he knew that you had us as friends and you could rely on us. These are things that you told us. So how did it happen from December that we were your best friends and you couldn't make it without us until now we're the worst people on earth, apparently? Because that's what she's saying, you guys. All the stuff that she's saying makes us the equivalent of the worst people alive.
That I have to agree with, because according to the videos I've watched and the videos I posted on this channel, she does make it seem like these people, you know, Pickle Boy and all of them, it just completely just shitted on her and didn't do anything for, you know what I'm saying, bullying her, threatening her and her child, and things of that nature. Now, as far as the threatening part, I'm still iffy about that, because again, Michael did not come off to me as the bully type of guy. You know what I'm saying? He is very scary. You know, he scares easily. You know, he don't seem like he's that fighting type of guy. You know, even when he did that video with him and McJuggerNugget, man, and of course, you know, that shit was all set up and staged, in my opinion. You know, when Michael actually got him on the ground, was trying to fight him, you know, Michael wasn't really hitting him hard and nothing like that. So I really don't see Michael being a fighter like that, man. If anything, he's one of them type of guys, you know what I'm saying, that would love his friends, and if a fight jumped off, you know, he would probably do what he could, but he ain't gonna really be able to do too much because he's not used to that type of lifestyle. So, you know what I'm saying, I kind of see that being Michael. I don't see Michael being a bully or a tough guy.
Anytime she needed money, we were there to give it to her, whether that be for birthdays or light bills, or even if she wanted to buy something, we gave it to her. We always met with her, we gave her cash. And I always thought it was weird. I always thought it was weird that we gave her cash, but she said it was because she didn't want to report it to disability because they would cut her off if she was making money. And
that's true. Any income that coming in when you're on disability has to be reported. And if they feel that you're making too much or you're receiving too much, then they will cut you off from that disability. So for the sake of keeping that disability, you know what I'm saying, you want to deal with cash. That way there's no record of it and you can still keep a disability.
So we always gave her cash because that's what you do. When your friends need help, you give it to them. So to answer the question, did we treat her like a dog? No, obviously not. Did we not give her any money? Obviously we did. It's like, if we did treat her like crap and gave her nothing for it, why would she have kept making videos? Like I said, she wouldn't. If Bridget's treating me like crap and I'm getting nothing out of a relationship, I'm leaving. I'm out of there a whole lot sooner than freaking 4 years.
Agreed.
So to answer that question, absolutely false. We treated her like family because for the longest time we kind of thought she was. Despite the stuff that she did to my dad back before he moved out of Creekside, despite all the stuff that she's done in general, we still treat her like family because I looked at her like she was. Not anymore. That's over with. I don't want to say I don't know where it happened at, what happened for her to flip, because I know exactly where the flip happened. Last year, if you guys remember, we were all being attacked and we were being trolled, and I talked to you guys on video about it, and, Drama Alert covered it a little bit. Well, while that was happening, she was also being trolled, and people were coming to her and writing her and threatening her, and she came to us and said that they were telling her if she flips on us, they'll leave her alone. In a nutshell, if she says that we're bad people and that our videos are fake, that they would leave her alone, they would leave her son alone.
Okay, so these people is threatening her to try to expose you guys, basically is what you're saying. So now I need to find out, did she actually do it, or did she remain to be loyal towards you guys and then, try to set y'all up?
The people were trying to say that her dad was a pedophile, and let me tell you guys right now, that is not true. I know her dad. He is a great man. He doesn't deserve to be brought up into any of this at all. He is a really good person. He takes care of his family. He's a stand-up guy, and I appreciate and respect that guy.
Okay, so he's pretty much saying that this guy, the accusation against Tina's father is false. So, that's just a witness and evidence, right? I guess you can consider it to be evidence, but, so far I'm going to take Michael's word on that. So far it seems like he has no reason to lie. And again, I'm just doing this on the interest of fairness. And so far, I'm kind of understanding where he's coming from and feeling what he's saying, and it's making sense to me, So, out of fairness, I'm going to roll with that too.
None of that stuff was true that was said about him. So we had her come over to Dad's house, and we made a video to try and protect her from all of this disgusting stuff being said, because we weren't going to sit there and let it happen. So we made a video, and we were appealing to all of you guys, asking for you to support Tina and look after her and not let this stuff be said about her. So when she says that we never did anything for her and we never had her back, this proves that wrong right here, because we made this video strictly to protect Tina.
Okay, now before, I guess he's about to grade a short video or something, but before you get into this video, one thing I've learned, especially in psychology, usually when somebody's looking up in the air while they talking, it could mean one or two things. Either they're lying or they're trying to recall the situation. One of the two. Sometimes it's kind of hard to determine which one it is. If they're lying or they're trying to determine or recollect the situation and then the issue that he's talking about. But right now, I feel that Michael is being truthful. The reason why I say I believe that Michael's been truthful, because he is on his platform for one. He has the opportunity to lash out at Tina. You know what I'm saying? He could be calling all type of bitches, hoes, slut, tramps, all this shit. And, really go in, especially, if somebody's making all these false ass accusations on you, hell yeah, you're going to go in on them. You know what I'm saying? But he's been calm right now. He's not stuttering really. He's going straight to the point with it, and he has proof. So right now, man, I'm going to have to say he's on point right now. But we still got a long way to go in this video, so let's continue.
He is not going to hurt Tina. I'm going to see to it. Michael and Bridget are going to see to it. And I know you youngins are not going to let him pull his shit no more on Tina.
Okay, so and Grandpa, excuse me, guys, and Grandpa was just sitting here defending Tina on camera. So that's not something that was done in the dark. Something that was done in secret. You know, it was put on camera. So if that's how they truly feel, then of course, right there, they're showing that they was trying to defend her.
Ironically, while we were making the same video, she straight up said that they told her if she flipped on us, they would leave her alone. Check this out.
If I expose angry Grandpa, Michael and Bridget, and say their videos are fake and that they're scum of the earth, that he'll leave me alone. And he wanted to do that by making me compromise between him and my son.
So right there she said it, you guys.
Well, guys, that comes from the horse's mouth right there. So what more do I need to say on that?
If she flips on us and tells them a whole bunch of shit and makes us look like scum, then they would leave us alone. And that's exactly what happened. So I don't want to have to admit this on video, but I'm going to. We came up with a plan. The idea would be that we would give Tina misinformation to carry over to these channels, and she would report it and look like a dumbass.
I actually think that'd be genius. That would seem like something I would do. You know, just so they can leave her alone, feed them bullshit information, have them report on it. And at the same time, you and everybody else around you know that the information is false because y'all set it up for it to be false. So these people can go ahead and run these stories and leave Tina alone. So that was actually kind of smart, Michael.
Like, for instance, Grandpa's getting a peanut wagon. Never happened. Wasn't ever going to happen. Me and Bridget were getting engaged on Christmas Day. Never was going to happen. That's not happening. Dad was proposing to Lauren. We were...
Okay, let's see. I got more gifts for you guys if I can stop by. And by the way, okay, we've seen that already. So why is he showing this again? Yeah, we seen this already, Michael. So what does this have to do with what you're saying right now? I don't understand. I mean, we said talking about the subject of, oh, okay, because of you and Bridget getting married. So that was a fabricated bullshit story too that you all wanted Tina to sell to the other channels. I got it. Okay.
We're going to Hawaii for our honeymoons. Dad was quitting the Angry Grandpa show in January, and Doug was going to be taking his place, and there was a whole bunch of stuff that she fed to these other channels so they would leave her alone. That was the plan. She would get in there, talk to them, tell them a bunch of crap that wasn't true, and they'd leave her alone. And that was the plan, and it was working, you guys. It was working like a charm. Why do you think she sent so many messages to us in December or thanking us for everything that we do? I thought we were genuinely on good terms. But I guess when reporting the misinformation, she would also use that time to talk crap about us. And whether she intended any of that stuff or not, I can't say. You know, maybe this was just her venting and she was angry and they recorded her talking about us, and maybe, but I don't know that to be sure. I don't know. If you listen to the podcast she did, number one, she admits to straight up egging Grandpa's house. Now, you guys, this was right after he had surgery. He had a hole in his freaking back, rolling around in...
Okay, so this was just recently because AGP just had his surgery done just recently with him having a hole in his back. So this just had to have happened, and they didn't say anything about it to us on the vlog, so I'm interested to know more.
In his bed, and all of a sudden his house got egged. And we decided not to talk about it on camera because if we did, it might bring other people to do it. So next thing you know, she's on this podcast a couple of days later telling people that she egged both of our houses. And let me tell you something, you guys. Our houses got freaking egged.
Now, Tina, why would you go out and about, out your way to go egg not only AGP's house, but Pick Boy house as well? What was your motivation behind this? What was the point? What was you trying to achieve by doing this? Now, I don't know if you've done this for a fact because there's no proof yet. Hopefully he'll display some proof. But, you know, if you did do that, why?
Then they got egged again. That time we got her freaking license plate number, and I wonder who that belongs to. She egged her house twice, you guys.
He was at this house with 30 pounds of eggs the other day, but he won't put that on video. Oh, and Grandpa's house did. We got both their houses.
Okay, wow. Now, that was definitely Tina's voice. So Tina, why the fuck would you do that? I mean, so far, and I know you've been with AGP and them on their videos for years, and I mean, so far I've counted over 15 grand, just throughout this short video so far. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sure you've received probably more than that throughout the course of the time that you was, hanging out with AGP and them and doing videos with them. So what did they do so bad that made you decide to go egg their house? Did you ask them for money and it was a frivolous give and you didn't appreciate the fact that they probably turned you down? So instead you had a fucking pussy fit like a child and decided to go over there and egg both of their houses several times because you couldn't have it your way. Bitch, this is not Burger King. You can't just have it your way. This is life. So you don't just go around just fucking with people who do right by you or trying to look out for you. So, I mean, right now, again, I can only go off evidence, man. I have to side with Michael right now. That was just fucked up. And you even admit doing it, Tina, so you can't go back and say that you didn't.
Twice. We filed a police report about the second time. It was enough. You can't just go to people's houses and throw eggs like you're fucking Bart Simpson. You know what I mean? You can't, aren't you a little old to be doing like little teenage hijinks like that? You know what I mean? So let's gather all the information straight here. You think that we're freaks and Charlie molests his daughter and we are horrible people and your reaction is to throw eggs at our house. Let me tell you something. If you thought the stuff that you were saying is true and you were an actual person of the community, you would call the police. That's what you need to do. If you believe that...
That all depends though too, Michael. I mean, me being from Chicago, in the streets, and it's kind of dumb when you really think about it as you get older. You start pondering certain things in life and you ask yourself, why they have this in the streets, this no snitch policy. You know what I'm saying? Niggas out here selling drugs, just destroying their own community, their own people, you know what I'm saying? And you got people out here that's killing people, as we say, catching bodies, for recognition and, rank throughout, any type of organization you with, whether it's GD, Vice Lord, Traveler, whatever. So, some people had that no snitch mentality. I'm one of them, unfortunately. I still follow behind that guideline. If you see something, you keep your motherfucking mouth closed. So, if she didn't go to the police and all that shit, that could be a good thing because she wasn't trying to rat a motherfucker out. But there's a different side to that too. So, let's continue.
That dad abuses his grandchildren and beats them with dog chains and starves them like you've been saying?
No fucking way. If AGP was starving these kids and beating them with fucking dog chains and these kids going to school, the teachers and the principal would see this shit. They would see that these kids are losing weight rapidly. You know what I'm saying? That's going to take notice. It's going to take notice if the kids have marks and stuff on them or, if they're walking around in pain. Those things would show, people would see it. So if people have seen this happen, then those kids would not be in that household because the Department of Children and Family Services would have snatched their ass the fuck up. So I don't see that to be true at all. I don't think AGP did anything like that. He might have spanked them when they misbehaved or whatever like that. But as far as fucking dog chains and starving the kids and shit like that, come on now. I don't see that to be true. So, Tina, if you're saying that, you flat out bogus.
Then call the police, because that's what needs to happen. I would call the fucking police if I thought you were doing that. I don't care if you're a friend or not. You don't do that kind of shit. So if you believe it, call the police and have them form an investigation, because that's what needs to happen. Right now, straight up. If you think it's happening, it needs to happen. Send the police to the house. Let them investigate us. I invite it. They need to investigate us if the stuff that if you're trying to say the stuff that you're saying is true. Send the police, because that's what you are obligated to do if you actually believe it. And the reason you haven't done it and you won't do it is because you're full of shit and you're making it up, and now it's starting to blow up in your fucking face and you realize that the relationship that we had is over. Forever. So you guys know, you'll never see her in another video with us again. Those days are gone. And do I look mad? I'm very mad, because what I thought was a really good friend to us turned out to be a fucking enemy. And you know what? That's all. It's fine. I'm glad I know now. I'm glad that we learn now that you're the kind of person that talks about somebody behind their back and just make up the most outlandish, disgusting bullshit.
Now, I can feel Michael Payne on this. And a little story about me, guys, that you guys don't know about me yet. Back in 2002, I had a real good friend, man. His name was Corey. I ain't going to say his last name. But Corey, you know what I'm saying, he became what I thought to be a good fucking friend. You know, I actually kind of looked up to the dude. He was way older than me at the time. At the time, I was 22. He was pushing 30. So, you know what I'm saying, I really, you know, got close to him. You know, he used to take me everywhere, do shit with me. And he had, you know, a family, you know, a wife, you know, kids. You know, he was the breadwinner of the household. So, you know, me and him used to go out. He used to sell, you know, bootleg DVDs and shit like that. And one day he ended up getting into some trouble with some checks that he ended up getting from this rich chick, this rich Asian chick. Her name was Yuck Chin. And she owned some Chinese buffet restaurants back up in Wisconsin. And he came to me one day and asked me if I can cash these checks because, you know, he worked for him and he didn't have an ID, so he couldn't cash them. So me being a friend, I went to go cash them and gave him the money. You know, he threw me a little something in the process. I later on come to find out that these was for his checks. He stole some of her checks out of her checkbook and wrote them out himself and then had me to cash it. So now me thinking that we friends, you just setting me up for the okie doke. And I didn't even know it. So with me being still a loyal fucking friend at the time, when the heat came down, I ended up taking the case. Got convicted in 2003 of January in the state of Wisconsin for forgery. I went to prison and everything. Now, mind you, I didn't do this shit. You know what I'm saying? I had no fucking clue. But me being loyal, knowing that, okay, I've never been to jail before, so they would be able to take it easy on me. If he go to jail, his whole family falls apart. You know what I'm saying? I can't allow that to happen. You know, this is my guy. This is my dude. And I found out that it was just all bullshit. The man, you know, he came to court, and once I, you know, pled guilty, I never heard from this dude again. So I could definitely understand the frustration in that shit. Being loyal to the wrong people, man, can get you fucked up in life. And that shit still biting me in the ass today, and I'm 37.
You want to say that, you know, that angry grandpa is the type of grandfather that abuses his grandchildren, that beats them with chains and starves them? Let me show you the kind of grandfather he actually is. He's the type of grandfather that wakes his grandkids up like this on the first day of school.
So what do you think about the first day of school, Jacob?
Awesome.
Awesome. Are you going to have a good year?
Yeah,
You better have a good year.
I will.
You better.
Okay.
Well, are you ready for your first day of school? Hey, come here and talk to me. What is wrong with you?
Sitting here looking at these kids so far, man, you can, you know, bring up your own analysis behind this and see that these kids that don't look like they're starving at all. Yeah, they're small, but they're children. Of course they're going to be small. But they definitely don't look like they're starving, by no means necessary.
Is it all because of a game? I will take it away. You can't forget your lunch. Now you got your peanut butter sandwich. Oh, I heard what you did after I got out of the room. You taught someone into making you a damn chicken sandwich.
Yeah.
Yeah, after I told you peanut butter was made, huh?
So, who do you know? Because I don't know anybody. And, you know, me being from the hood, I don't know anybody that is starving kids and still fixing lunches. That don't go hand in hand. That shit just don't make no fucking sense. If you're starving kids, you're starving kids. You have a lot of kids who used to go to school, and I came across this situation myself when I was younger, that in order to eat sometimes, when you had to rely on school. You know, because when you're in school, you get up early enough, you can go eat breakfast, and then you have lunch at school. So, you know, sometimes we had to rely on breakfast and lunch at school in order to eat because there wasn't no food in the house. So this don't seem like that type of situation. I mean, he's talking about he already packed them up a lunch and all that good shit, so there's no way in hell he's starving these kids.
Well, here it is. It's almost 6:15. It's time for you to go to bus. Any parting words
No.
before you start your first day of third grade?
Yeah, hi.
He was so excited.
Yeah, give me a kiss. I love you.
Love you too.
Have a good day in school.
Okay.
He's the type of grandfather that takes the video camera and films their award ceremonies and graduations.
Students receiving this award have demonstrated diligence and determination
Here's something I want to point out as well. Again, guys, and I don't want to keep saying this, but I'm only saying this to make a point. When you in Chicago, because that's where I'm from originally, and you've been in the hood, you can tell the type of parents who don't give a fuck about their kids and who do. So far in the past 2 clips, I mean, clearly you can see that this young man here, you know what I'm saying, he might not have no, name brand clothing on, but it's clean. Have you not seen that? Even when he was going to school, his shirt, his shorts, his shoes was even look new. So it seemed like so far what he's been having on is clean. That's not a sign of neglect whatsoever. That's a sign of somebody who's actually taking care of these kids and, making sure that they looking their best, to the best of their ability. So, I mean, clearly just sitting here looking at this picture, you know what I'm saying, right now, he don't look dirty at all. He looks very clean, like he showered, got a fresh cut. You know what I'm saying? Look like a nice young man. So there's no way he's being neglected.
There you go, Jacob.
Congratulations, Jacob. Joshua Charles Green.
Yeah, boy.
Okay, Joshua, I see you with the suit on.
Darius Nathaniel Lafayette.
He's the type of grandfather that last week found out he could spend 20 minutes with JC at Opportunity School, and he drove 2 hours away just for that 20 minutes to spend time with him. That's the kind of grandfather he is. He's the type of grandfather that loves his grandkids, loves his friends. He loved you, he loves us, and he loves all of his youngins. And now you're trying to take the only thing that he has from him, and it pisses me off. So let me tell you something. You can tell all the lies that you want to tell. You can go on podcast and tell people that my dad was a drug addict and he was hooked on pills, and you're absolutely right, because I wonder who was the one giving them to him in the first place. Who had my father hooked on pills? That's a pretty good question, isn't it, T? You can go on the podcast and you can tell everybody about his pill problem and the stuff that you did.
Okay, but if she's doing that, Michael, we call that dry snitching. And dry snitching is never a good thing in our community, at least. So, I mean, if you put it out there, I understand you put it out there because you're pissed off right now because the accusations that's being brought up against you and your family, so you bringing this issue up. But, yeah, Tina, if you did that, you dry snitching, and that's never a good thing.
Stuff that you did to his ex-girlfriend in Kentucky and try to say it was his fault. You can say whatever you want because we got the proof that everything that you're going to say, we know what you're going to say. We know it's bullshit. We know the stuff that you're making up. We don't care. Say whatever you want. Run your mouth. Go on podcast and talk about how you cracked his knee on purpose. Like, that's cool. And
Whoa. She cracked his knee on purpose. When the fuck did this happen? Well, was this episode where, AGP had on that Santa Claus outfit and they was outside and looked like she was, Tina was pointing at him or something. Looked like she kind of pushed him a little bit and Grandpa fell on his knees. I wonder if that's what he's talking about. Because that's the only video I seen where he was hurt and it had something to do with Tina. So I wonder if that's what he's talking about.
admitting to assaulting a 66-year-old man.
I'll kill him. Dead.
Yeah, this is a video right here.
Yeah, the pieces of shit. I wrote the recap of that clown video.
Oh, wait, she said he broke his knees in that clown video, and she laughing about it. Bitch, what gives you the fucking right to laugh at somebody getting hurt like that? Like I said, that's a 66-year-old man. You know what I'm saying? He can't take too many falls like that. He's not young no more. And you sitting here and you laughing about it? Bitch, you are disgusting for that. You know, I don't give a fuck how much I might hate somebody or dislike somebody. There's nothing funny about that shit.
I broke it.
And she just admitted that she broke it. Tina, you a bitch for that. And I'm just keeping it flat out, man. I've been trying to analyze your videos, and I've been putting your videos on my channel, you know what I'm saying? Somewhat been taking your side because of the, you know, what you was saying. Even though you was kind of lacking evidence, you know what I'm saying, it kind of made sense to me because I try to be a logical person. But you doing shit like that, man, I can't stand behind that shit. That's bitch-made shit.
Babe.
Come for a minute, help me out. She couldn't just stop. She couldn't do it one time.
Okay, well, she didn't push him or nothing like that. She was just swinging and he must have tripped and fell down. But still, that doesn't justify you sitting here on a podcast or wherever the fuck you was just at and talking shit like you purposely just made him fuck himself up like that.
Go, man. You better fell down.
That's really great, isn't it, you guys? To admit and laughing about cracking his knee. And then you're going to say, oh, Michael didn't tell anybody about this because he was trying to protect me. You're absolutely right. I was trying to protect you. Because at the time, you were a friend. And I didn't want people to jump all over you because you assaulted my dad. Just like I took it out of the clip when you were playing ping pong and you pushed him on the ground and he hit his face against the wall and we all started crying. You remember that happening? Because I do. Because I think about it sometimes. This thing has crossed from being a stupid little YouTube argument into something way more serious. When you go egging people's houses and then posting comments that somebody should put antifreeze in meat and throw it over the fence so our dogs could eat it, you want...
Whoa. Hold on, man. Hold on. Putting antifreeze in meat and throw it over the gate to feed to the dogs to kill the fucking dogs. You have to be a hateful person to do something like that. Matter of fact, no, you don't necessarily have to be a hateful person. You have to hate that person that you're doing it to or want to do that to in order to do that. If you hate Michael and them like that, you want to do something like that to get even with them or to make them feel pain and shit, then yeah, that is some evil ass shit right there. And, you know, rightfully so, if you consider them to be enemies and shit, and, you know what I'm saying, it's wartime, then yeah, you're going to do anything, all means necessary to, you know what I'm saying, make that person hurt. So I understand that. I get that. You know, that's the art of war. But at the same time, too, if you're just doing it just for the sake because you couldn't have your way or, you know, any case like that, which I'm starting to believe based off of the evidence that Michael is showing, then you not only being vindictive, but you also just being a complete asshole. And again, that's just fucked up, man. That's almost like, you know what I'm saying, you poisoning the kids or some shit like that, man.
Want to kill our dogs now? For what? For always being there for you? For always having your back? For always giving you money when you needed it? Advice when you needed it? For always being there for you? We deserve our dogs to be dead because of that? Our houses to be egged? That sounds really fair, T. That sounds like we had a really good friendship. I'm so glad that we meant so much to you. So I don't know how many subscribers we're going to lose from this, you guys. There are people that are going to leave because they like her, straight up. And I understand that. She is a crazy, crazy character.
And yeah, and that's a good point, man. A lot of people do like Tina will leave your channel to side with Tina. And, you know, I was kind of on that path myself. I mean, I'm just keeping it flat out. I was cruising down that path myself, man. But also realizing I know, you know, with me living life as long as I've been living it, there's always two sides to every story. So, you know, I like to hear both sides of the story to, you know, gather my own opinion and make an educated decision on what actions I'm going to take, you know, me personally. And so far, man, I have to say, man, I might have to retract my statement that I said previously about me leaving your channel because so far from, again, the proof that I've seen, you know, the things that you're saying, you know, like I said, you saying it with straight conviction. You're not hesitating or stuttering like that or anything like that. It's got to be a lot of truth to what you're saying, man. So let's keep going.
Straight up. It's the whole reason that she started being in videos in the first place, because she's fucking crazy. Who knew that it was certifiable? Okay, who knew? So I don't know how many we're going to lose. 5,000? 20,000? All of them? We may lose every subscriber that we have, but if we do, we'll just rebuild our channel, because that's what you do. And the ones that we lose, I'm sorry to see you go. Thanks for subscribing and being a supporter for as long as you have. We appreciate you being there for the good and the bad, and we love you for it. And the ones that stick around, we love you even more.
And this is the next thing, man. Throughout this whole entire video, I've yet to really hear Michael curse. He's been well-spoken, you know what I'm saying, on expressing his emotion and his feelings. You know, and even now, he's sitting here displaying, hey, if you was a subscriber and you're not now, I still want to say thank you. I mean, that just shows class to me right there. That's just some classy shit. So, excuse me. How can you be mad at Michael right now? You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to find reasons to debunk his shit, you know what I'm saying? To find a reason to call him out on some bullshit. So far, he's not giving me any ammo to do that. So it would be illogical for me to try to bash this man and not be fair to him because I like Tina. You know, I'm trying to be fair on both sides, but right now, you know, Michael's just showing plenty of class right now, man. And again, how can you be mad at that? Kudos, Michael.
Because you've been there through thick and thin, through rumors, through speculation, through bullshit. You've always had our backs, and you guys are the real MVP. Thank you to all of you guys that clicked the like button on this, and the ones that clicked dislike and then unsubscribe. It was great having you. I'm really sorry to see you go, especially because it's over bull and lies and accusations that have no shred of evidence whatsoever. And I'm sorry to see you go. But in the end, this is something that I have to do. I have to protect ourselves. I have to talk about ourselves. If we lose everything because of this, so be it. But I'm going to tell the truth, and I'm putting it all out there myself so we don't get thrown under the bus by somebody with no evidence, just making up stuff because they're mad that we're not giving them money anymore. And that's what it comes down to. Money. More money, more problems, you guys. That's what it comes down to. So anyway, that's it. That's the video. That's why I took her name out of the titles, because she was defaming us and I didn't want to be associated with her. The videos are going to be deleted soon, so download them if you want to see them again. And that's going to be it. Thanks for watching, you guys. It's a shame that it went down this way because she was, she was a friend. And I'm sorry to see the friendship end. But that's what has to happen when you find out your friend is making up such baseless claims about you. It comes time to end the friendship. So thanks for watching, you guys. If you want to stick around and see what she has to say, I'm sure she'll make up more bullshit. I'm sure she's got tons of screenshots to saying that Dad's asking her for pills. Because I'll be honest with you guys, he was hooked on pills. I'm sure she does have a lot of screenshots of Dad asking for scripts. Because I have the same fucking screenshots. So anyway, that's going to be it. Thanks for watching, you guys. Like, subscribe, favorite, and for all of you that stick around, we love you.
Alright, so based off what I've seen, man, if you guys, at least on my channel, I can't speak for everybody else's channel. I can only speak for mine. So my conclusion is, and I have to go off of evidence and what makes sense, man. Michael comes off to be the person who makes sense and have the evidence to back it up. So I'm at the side with Michael response, man. Anybody from my channel, if you have unsubscribed from them, please feel free to go subscribe back to their channel. This is my analysis, guys. If you fuck with me and you trust me and my opinion, then my opinion is that it's all to the good, man. Like I said, Michael came with, hardcore evidence, tangible. And that's the key word, tangible evidence. I haven't seen any tangible evidence from Tina yet. Not a one. So if you guys unsubscribe for their channel, please go back and subscribe to their channel. You know what I'm saying? Keep the family over there strong. This is my analysis. I don't want to hold this up because this video is already running long. That's why I decided to do a breakdown off of the video, you know what I'm saying, throughout the video instead of at the end. But, yeah, so, again, Pickle Boy, kid behind the camera, let me be the first to say I apologize because, again, I was on that road to, disowning your channel, basically, in so many words, and not fucking with your channel ever again. Your channel is something that brought me a lot of joy in my life. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, and I told people on my channel quite often that you guys, when I see a notification of your video coming up, I run to that motherfucking channel because I'm always interested to see what you guys are going to be doing next. So, with that being said, if you ever get a chance to see this video or somebody tweet it to you or whatever like that, just understand that I'm a very logical person. I see your logic. I see where you're coming from. And I respect what you said. I respect the evidence. I respect the facts. So with that, you still have my support, brother. This your boy Skyline, man. I appreciate y'all watching this long-ass video, but it needed to be done. So remember, guys, always stay flat out, baby, because that's what we're about over here, Flat Out Entertainment. That's why we had the name in the title, Flat Out. Always stay flat out, baby, and that's always, already.